Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back.
To
Sick.
See Ya.
Next.
Tuesday.
Day.
My name is Ben.
My name's Annabel.
And welcome back to our podcast.
Back to our little sexy little pod.
We don't introduce ourselves every week, so savor it.
Exactly. You're lucky.
I'm also a little ill,
I thought you were going to say I'm also a little drunk.
so I have a cough drop in my mouth. So if there are any mouth noises in this, I
Stop.
apologize profusely.
Yeah. I'm also a little sick, but I've sucked it up. And I'm not a baby.
Oh, okay. I'm sucking up the cough drop.
Oh, so true. Actually, last pod, I was listening to it today. Because today is literally Tuesday. Hello. And when I was listening to it, I was like, she sounds sick. Her voice sounds stupid.
Do I sound sick?
No. Well, no. So you're faking it.
I just want attention.
I know you do. I know you do.
So Annabelle and I have something in common.
This one
I
thing?
think we have one thing in common. I think it is what bonded us immediately.
Wait, okay, I'm going to let you go. What is this?
It's the introduction to what we're talking about today.
Okay, yeah, no, you go. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. I'm on the edge of my
Okay.
seat like the listeners.
So Annabelle and I, we've always loved movies. That was something that we did bond over.
Very true.
But I feel as though Annabelle and I watch movies a little differently than most
The normals?
cinephiles, even cinephiles.
That's actually very true because, I mean, I'm biased, but I think we're fun.
Now, yes?
Like, we're not up ourselves.
No, yeah. We watch everything and we love everything.
Exactly. In fact, we have no taste.
Except Barbie Fairytopia, last week's episode.
We hate one movie and it's Barbie Fairytopia, but apart from that, everything's a 5.
But when Annabelle and I watch things, and since we've started watching movies almost, we gravitate towards the cast rather than the story
Very true.
and the anything. It's usually cast is the first thing that we think about
Yes.
when we're watching a movie. And if you haven't noticed in like literally all of our episodes, one, we say the cast goes crazy.
We say
I'd
cast goes
argue-
crazy. What a cast.
I'd argue that's one of our most quotable lines. But
Perhaps
also,
one of our
it's like
first
the-
piece of merch.
It's the first thing we talk about.
Should be
Cast goes crazy. Write that down. I'm putting it in the notes.
Perfect.
Cast goes crazy merch. But yeah, we tend to usually focus on the cast first when we're talking about movies in the pod even.
Yes.
So
And you're
we
so...
love... No,
what do we
I'm
love?
so what?
What do we
Were you
love?
complimenting?
You're so ugly.
Stop, I'm covering my haircut. Don't talk about it.
I know, and you shouldn't. Let the world see. No, you're so right that when we met, I remember one of the first things we bonded over, I was like, whoa, you also filmography stalk? Like, that's how we grew up watching movies, would latch onto an actor or actress and watch everything they'd been in.
Yes, and so that is what bonded us. That's where I was going with this.
At that Macy's. No, at Saks.
At Saks Fifth Avenue.
At Saks Fifth Avenue.
Well, we were sitting, I got a LaCroix.
I got a Coke.
And
Just a Coke, not a Zero.
Did you really?
I didn't become a Coke Zero girly until like 2021.
Who is she?
She's crazy. She's
My
a different
world
woman.
shattered because you're a fake Coke Zero fan.
Okay, that's not true. I just hadn't tasted her. And then when I did, I never went back.
I feel like...
Coke Zero happened to blow my world open.
Okay. No, we bonded over that at Saks, not what I just said.
We bonded over that at Saks on 6th Avenue.
And so it only feels right and maybe a little disgusting that it's taken us this long
No, genuinely.
to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
We sort of did this one time and only one time. And it was with
Zoe Deutsch.
But
Friend of the
that
pod.
That was a Nepo babe. Friend of the pod. Oh my God, she knows about it.
No, literally. Oh, she viewed our story.
we told her about it in person.
We did. She knows.
So, friend of the pod, but that was a Nepo Baby episode rather than
a
sort of what we're doing here.
Actor spotlight.
I was gonna say this is.
Yes. Introducing.
So yeah, Annabelle and I thought we would like pick some celebrities that we love, we hate, we have no opinion on, and maybe we'll change an opinion about.
Exactly. Dude, this is kind of great because she's kind of everything in between for us over the years.
Everything. She is everywhere and everything in between for us, and also, she's like the moment.
She's the moment. She is the moment. I was on something. I think it's Twitter, and like post after post, her. As it should be.
As it should be.
As it should be.
So we are, in fact, today here to talk about Melissa Barrera.
Yes. And I thought that is what you were going to say at the beginning. Like, we have one thing in common, and it's Melissa Barrera.
That's not what I was
It's like so
that.
true. So true.
But also so true.
So true.
We're here to talk. No, sorry, go ahead.
No, we're so crazy today. We're just jumping all over each other.
We are.
We are. No, I feel like this is it's kind of a little bit of a Sydney Sweeney moment. Not as intensely.
Okay, we also kind of did this with Sydney Sweeney.
We did, yeah.
But I think that this is our Sydney Sweeney if we took
longer?
muscle relaxers or something.
Yes, 100%. Or Sydney Sweeney is Melissa Barrera, our relationship with the two of them. Our relationship with her was like on crack.
Yes, Sydney Sweeney is an extreme, I think.
We saw one tweet and we completely did a 180. We saw a tweet about her and said, we're in love with the woman.
No, literally.
A week before, we wanted her dead.
Every week before that, she was mentioned on the pod.
Yes. And now she's still mentioned on the pod because we're in love with her.
In a new light, yes.
And it's such a new light. And thank God, a post-Sydney Sweeney love world is the world I want to live in.
And like, we haven't talked about her in a while, actually.
We actually haven't. So like, Sydney, we still love you. Nothing's changed.
We do.
And we're going to stay that way
changed.
for the rest of our lives.
But we're here to talk about Melissa Barrera. I feel like, Annabelle, do you want to give us a little, how does our listeners know who Melissa Barrera is?
Oh. Listeners may have first become familiar with Melissa Barrera in the film In the Heights. I feel like that was like definitely the first thing I saw her in. The first thing that she did in English, right?
Movie, I believe.
Movie, yeah. But yeah, she was a main character in that. Was she Vanessa? Mm-hmm. Killing. And then she blew up, continued to be big in the 2 new Scream movies, Scream 5 and Scream 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like her
the biggies.
Claim to fame, I'd argue. Mm-hmm. And she definitely, her first, I do think that In the Heights was her first English speaking role altogether.
Okay.
But it wasn't like her first like big Hollywood role. Uh-huh. She was in a TV show that was in Spanish, but I think it's a Netflix show.
Oh, cool. What show?
Oh no, it's a Stars show. It's called Vita.
All right.
So she was in that, but then In the Heights was her first English speaking role.
Yes.
Melissa Barrera is from Mexico. Mm-hmm. She was born in 1990, so she's old.
Oldie.
I know.
She's what?
I don't know if we can keep talking about her.
4? I think
34.
we need to end this podcast. Jesus only made it to 33.
Good for her for outliving Jesus Christ.
Good for her for beating him. Our Jesus Christ, Melissa Barrera.
Our Jesus Christ. Don't say that. What if she like dies tonight or something? Because
Melissa, you need to stay alive.
She made it past 33. That's all that matters.
Exactly. She beat JC.
But so yeah, Melissa Barrera, she was born and raised in Mexico. However, she went to NYU.
Love? Was she a Tisch girly?
She was a Tisch girly. She studied musical theater.
Love.
Yep. And so she graduated from NYU, and then she had done a lot of acting in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. I looked at her filmography today and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's got 5 whole movies that she did in Mexico before In the Heights, and then TV shows before. These are all also either recurring or or main roles. There are no like cameos. but she was in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roles before In the Heights.
Oh my God. And so was that after NYU?
So I am not sure when she went to NYU. Well, if she was born in 1990, she would have been 18. So she would have been
But
in
did she go
2008
directly after school or did she take a
I'm
break?
assuming.
Okay.
So it would have been like 20. She probably started acting right at the end of NYU.
Okay.
Because 2014
So she went back home.
2012 is her first recurring role.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to work out the visa situation on her.
She is married to
An American?
a man from Mexico.
Okay. So she got F1, did OPT, didn't use it, went back home, came back, got O1, I'm going to assume.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Maybe her husband is
Not going to help her out, is he?
he could be a U.S. citizen. I am assuming he's not because I know he's from Mexico, but he could very well.
Melissa Barrera's legal team, hit us up in the comments below if you're looking to help someone else out. Let me know.
I'm going to guess that her entertainment legal team did not do her immigration process.
I think they did it all.
This is something that I feel like you and I need to watch, though. She was on The Academy. It's a Mexican TV show.
Okay.
It's basically giving American Idol.
Shut up. Okay, we still have to watch it.
I know.
That's crazy. So it's a reality show?
It's a reality show.
When? Give me the year.
So it was her first ever credit, and it was in 2011.
Oh my God. So she was what? 60?
She was 21, so she was old.
Old?
So
she graduated school and then went on like American Idol. That's wild.
Yeah, basically. I want to tell you where she plays.
The Academy's crazy. Okay, tell me.
She came 18th.
Oh no. Oh no. But how many people were in it?
I am unsure about that.
There could be
She was in 14 episodes in total. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's yeah.
How many episodes are in the season?
Oh, okay, here we go. The format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is what Wikipedia is telling me. I hope it's right.
I trust it implicitly.
Each year, 14 to 49 people are selected to live together in a house, isolated from the world, taking classes in singing, dancing, acting, and related fields, each preparing 1 or 2 songs for a 3-hour concert, which they give every Sunday for TV viewers and a live studio audience. And then each week,
that's amazing.
One of the contestants is eliminated based on the number of votes until there are 4 to 10 that are finalists and compete for the top prize.
That's like actually genuinely maybe the best concept for a show I've ever had.
It's
like the house thing, the Academy
it's basically like
of it all.
Big Brother meets American Idol.
It's basically Barbie Big City Big Dreams.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, the Twice reality show, that's what it was.
16.
They lived in a house together in dorms.
No, genuinely, I was like, kind of sounds like their law.
But they were always split into 2 groups, and one of the groups were like the majors, and they were the ones who did really well that week, and then there were the minors who did really bad that week. And
so you had to sleep in the bad dorm?
They had a shitty little dorm for the minors, and then like a nicer dorm for the majors.
That's crazy. Only talented people get to sleep in full
literally
beds.
And then for the majors, they'd get to take like this beautiful like limousine bus to rehearsals.
Oh
and
my God.
The minors had to take like this rickety old...
The bus.
Yeah. So
that's so funny.
It's giving that almost.
I think we should shame people based on how talented they are.
Amen. If you're going to go on a reality show and you're going to do that.
Be bad. Sleep in a twin.
But this sounds amazing.
No, this sounds incredible.
And I'm so more than happy to watch.
Oh, not even more than happy. Like, I'm not going to be happy unless we do.
We need to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I absolutely could not believe
I also love that she went straight from NYU to the Academy.
And she was in the Academy in 2011, and then 1 year later got a recurring role on a TV show in Mexico.
Oh my God. So she's just been killing. Yeah. She's been slaughtering.
That's the thing is like while she has sort of just appeared here in 2021. It's only been 3 years.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that is wild.
She has been around for a long time.
A while.
She's been
yeah.
working.
She's been paying her dues. She's been treading the boards.
So I guess let's talk about like her,
what we've seen her in.
just like her career,
Just her
career in our eyes.
Let's do a career deep dive. Yeah.
So yeah, she started in the Heights.
Yes, that is definitely the first time I saw her.
Yeah, same. That's the first time I saw her as well. She played the lead female role, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Annabelle, you don't remember her in the Heights.
I don't remember In the Heights.
That's crazy to me.
It was I saw it in New Zealand while I was on holidays, and I like bullied my mom to come see it with me, and she didn't want to be there. And then like COVID hit 3 days later. Like, it was a weird time.
I definitely watched it a few times.
I watched it a single time, and then we didn't get it.
I loved it.
Cinema shut down.
I really loved it.
I remember really enjoying it. I'd seen a bootleg of the show before on like as a child.
Yeah.
So I knew the music and stuff. But yeah, I remember like visually as well, like the movie just like kind of kill it.
Yeah, and it was directed by John Chu, who is doing Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked.
But
that's why I was like, okay, give him a movie musical. Let's do it.
I
loved
loved In the Heights. I loved her. I have 3 songs from that show saved, and hers is one of them.
What is her song?
What's it called? It Won't Be Long Now.
Okay. Breathe is not her.
It won't be long now. No, but I love Breathe.
Breathe kills. I have the Broadway version of that one saved.
But yeah, I feel like I remember seeing her in the Heights, and I think I liked her in it, but I wasn't like
I think same. I remember very little of it.
Yeah.
Don't know why. But I think I was like a little like, come on babe, give us nothing.
Yeah. I think that my thing with it was I also loved Leslie Grace in it. Which that was her film debut, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Really?
Side note.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
But she was, I was like, I love her. I love the song Breathe. I think she's great. That's
the thing. She slaughtered.
Yeah.
She kind of like stole the show.
But I kind of was like, oh, and Melissa Barrera was good too, is what it sort of ended up being for me.
I remember thinking like, whoa, she's super pretty. And then like not really thinking at all about her acting.
I do. I remember being like, oh, I love the song.
Yeah. Had you heard the songs from In the Heights before?
I knew absolutely nothing about In the Heights prior to watching the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. That might be why it stuck with you more.
Yeah.
And maybe why I forgot.
Truly. But
yeah.
Yeah, so that was her first Hollywood film. And in the same year, she was in another movie called All the World is Sleeping.
Have not seen that one.
Which is a movie set in New Mexico. I haven't seen it. And I couldn't even... Oh, it's about a young woman resolved not to make the same mistakes as her parents, but addiction issues threatens her life with her own daughter.
Okay.
Yep. So that's that. And then...
Gotcha.
We get Nothing But Scream 5.
Scream. Yes.
Now,
I was not there for that at the time. You very much
I was going to
were.
say, for listeners at home,
give them your lore.
I am a Scream fan.
A screamer.
I'm a screamer. I love Scream. It's one of my favorite horror movies. Horror franchises. Thank you. I was like, what is the word?
I'm on it. I got you.
I think it's actually my favorite franchise in horror.
I think also just because like they're all so good.
Like they're like
and
great
like
movies.
the fact when they brought it back continued to kill.
And so when they announced the whole reboot of it, I was so stoked.
You were there. You were seated.
I was there like the day it came out. Super excited to see it. And I remember being like, oh, Jenna Ortega and Jack Quaid.
Love.
Yeah. And then obviously the original cast returning as well for the most part. But I didn't really know Melissa Barrera. I was like, oh, the girl from In the Heights.
Yeah. You know what? I was vaguely aware that Girl from In the Heights was in it. From what I'd heard about it, I definitely knew Jenna was in it. I was not seated. I hadn't seen a single Scream.
Yeah. Dylan Minnette as well. Can't forget.
Is he in 5?
He's in 5, yeah.
Shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and I remember seeing Scream, and
You didn't love her.
No, okay. I did not love her. I actually
You didn't love
do
her.
think how do I put this into words? I had feelings. But I had feelings about everybody in the movie in terms of acting, including Jack Quaid and even Jenna Ortega. And I don't know if it was a direction issue.
Right.
Because like I loved the movie and I loved the story that they wrote, but I didn't love the performances as a whole.
Performances in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you showed me all of Scream.
Yes.
We got to Scream 5 eventually. Yeah. I look, also her performance in that is kind of universally hated. Like everyone gave her.
That was the other thing is I remember it being universally hated, and I didn't necessarily agree with the hate that it got.
I think it's just more come on babe, give us nothing.
But it wasn't anything like special. It was just.
I think when like there were, obviously it's a horror movie, when there were like really high stakes scenes, she didn't really give us a lot.
I think you're right. I think it is really just sort of like a give us nothing.
Yeah, she didn't overact. It wasn't horrendous. If you didn't know a lot about acting, you probably wouldn't care.
And the other thing is like, I think Annabelle and I are really like talking, knowing that these are her first and second non-Spanish movies.
Also, like, horror is a different kettle of fish from
for sure.
a movie
For
musical.
sure.
Yeah.
But then the next movie to come out after Scream is Carmen.
And that's when it changed
2022, right?
Yeah. No. Yes.
Yeah, right? No. It was
we saw it last year, for
but
sure.
it came out in 2022.
Yeah.
We drove to Virginia to go see Carmen because we love Paul.
We love Paulie. And also, like, we did it the year before to go. We went to DC to see After Sun for Paulie. So I feel like road trips to different states for Paulie, it's kind of a tradition.
And I love the opera, Carmen.
Yeah.
And I also...
I'd heard of the opera Carmen.
I feel like we were talking about... we were talking like, oh, Melissa Barrera's in it. This is sort of, I feel like when she was really on our radar of like
a
person to sort of be like, we know Melissa Barrera.
We know Melissa Barrera. I feel like I remember in the car on the way there, we were like, we're kind of scared.
Yes.
We were like, she wasn't amazing in Scream 5. She was fine in the Heights. Paulie's going to kill. What's she going to give us?
Yes.
We were nervy.
But we were excited.
We were excited for Paulie. We were excited for the movie. We weren't going in with like negative expectations, but like we were a little hesitant. But we're like, you know what? Let's see what she gives us.
I'd say we had
we
hopeful expectations.
We were of course. Yeah. Of course we're gonna root
because
for her.
Also this is sort of something that we haven't really seen her in. We had like this big budget musical and a horror movie, and this is a small drama with a little bit of music in it.
Yeah.
So
she also isn't speaking English a lot in this. And we hadn't seen any of her Spanish work.
When we walked out of that theater,
we were blown away.
Our lives were changed.
Our lives were literally completely changed.
Yeah.
We did the not full Sydney Sweeney 180 because we weren't haters. But we did definitely like go a 160.
We said, she's so good.
She's so good. I said that was her film. Look, I love Paulie, but Melissa
she was
stole the show.
Unbelievably amazing in Carmen. And
incredible.
It changed our lives, I'd argue.
Yeah. She also is just like so hot, and I feel like that movie really highlighted that well.
It really did. And then to get to see her to speak Spanish in like a major motion picture that's like big budget Hollywood. she was so good. And so from Carmen on is when sort of our
100%. Scream 6. When was that in our timeline?
So that came out.
When did we?
I actually think it came out before we saw Carmen.
I was gonna say I saw that over spring break in
March.
Australia with my dad.
Yeah.
So it was March, and then we saw Carmen like April.
I think so.
May. It was the same time I went to your acapella concert. If that gives you
then it would have
any
been
context.
April or May.
That's what I think. Yeah.
So, yeah, we saw Scream 6 before we saw Carmen. I do remember. I remember
that being a bit of a
Scream 6
turnaround.
and I said she's really good in it.
I remember you saying that as well. Like I remember you texting and being like, Melissa actually kind of kills in this one. So good. And I was like, yeah. I agreed.
Yeah. But
that's why we didn't know what we were getting with Carmen. We were like, which Melissa's it going to be?
And the other thing I was like, is she really good or is it just like better than what we've seen before with Scream 6?
Exactly.
And then,
or like, was the direction better?
Yeah.
Like, was it a one-off?
But then going into Carmen, it was like solidified. That was what it was.
Oh, 100%. I was like, oh, she's arrived. She knows what she's doing.
And truly, ever since Carmen, whenever I see her name attached to something, I'm
excited. 100%.
So excited.
I remember after Carmen, we were like, maybe she should only act in Spanish. We were like, maybe English is the barrier why we make her go do that. But you know what? Now we've like fully
we're on the
changed our
train.
tune. She can speak whatever she wants at any time. I love her.
Because the other thing that we were like, it was sort of similar with Daisy Edgar Jones.
Oh, yeah, and it still might be.
It still might be.
It still might be with her.
We prefer her presence in a not American accent.
Yeah, I say let's put her in Britain.
I know. She needs to stay, she needs to be Irish, she needs to be English. Let's keep
it there. I think she could kill Scottish.
Yeah, I'm sure she could. I'd love to see it.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened. Welsh, I'd love to see it.
But we have
let's stay out of America.
Been very disappointed by every American performance, and it's not even that she has a bad accent, is what it is. It's like her screen presence or something. No,
it's weird. I think she changes herself, so like herself doesn't come through.
Maybe
like what I like about her doesn't come through on screen when she's American. I don't know why.
No, I get that. It's very odd because
I'm obsessed with her in interviews and I love her performances and things where she doesn't have an American accent.
Funny.
So funny. I want to be friends with her.
But it's and her American accent is good.
Crawdads might have been a little off, but like it's still like a good accent. I just don't think she's from there.
I just think it's the way she carries herself when she's putting on an American accent.
Yeah, I think she gets rid of too much of herself.
And so that's what we were thinking maybe the deal was with Melissa. But I don't think that that's the case.
I don't. Definitely not. In the year of 2024, absolutely not. I think it was just getting used to like being on camera in a big budget movie and like.
Yeah, it was her first few. Like she was really starting.
Exactly, and I'm sure that like she was regular stuff on. Were they like soap operas and stuff in Mexico?
So there was I think they were telenovelas. For the most
vibes?
part,
okay,
I believe all of them
very
were.
different thing.
But so that in the span of her career, while she did only start in 2021, so it hasn't been super long in terms of where we've seen her. It brings us to this year.
It does.
And it brings us to Abigail, which we actually have a whole episode about.
We do, link to description below. Also, tell me, I did this last night and I actually did it just now. I forgot she was in it.
I was literally going to say, I forgot we did an episode on it.
I know, that's crazy. I remember the episode. I keep forgetting. I don't know why. She's quite truly the lead.
She is, in fact, yes, the lead.
She is, in fact, the lead. And she kills.
That whole movie, though, is just
great.
Amazing. And I think that
everyone
in it is so good.
Great ensemble cast.
And I do remember walking out of there and being like, I love Melissa Barrera.
Oh, me too. I was like, yes, Melissa.
But
I also saw her in a movie today from 2022.
Oh my God, I skipped right past it because we started talking about Scream 6 because that's her only 2023 movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
She is in bed rest.
Horrible film.
Yeah.
Horrible's extreme. It's not like, for a Tubi original, actually, it's pretty good.
It's from the
Compared to
producers
their other
of Scream.
Tubi originals. Oh, well, it's definitely worse than that. It's not a good movie, but for a Tubi original, it's a quite fine movie. She's honestly, like, good in it. She's really good. The guy who plays her husband is woeful.
Guy Burnett.
Yeah, don't
my gosh.
cast him in anything.
I need to send you a
What?
picture of what his Wikipedia page looks like. I don't know why I got startled by this.
Please do.
I think he made this.
Oh, Jesus. I think maybe I need to give it an edit
I need you to see
in a year
it.
and a half.
Why is that so funny to me? Burnett attended Holland Park School where his interest in drama first developed, taking an A-level in the subject.
What the hell is that photo?
Right? He had to have done that himself. And then the one underneath
100%. Where are we?
like him in 2015.
Wait, what the hell? What is that photo?
No, genuinely.
What? How did they clear the tunnel?
Oh my gosh, he's an amateur boxer.
Oh, I don't believe it.
He's in Pitch Perfect 3.
Wait, shut up. Wait, is he the music producer?
He plays Theo.
Is he the music
I
producer?
don't know. It doesn't say. He's an
I
Oppenheimer.
think he's the
Who wasn't an Oppenheimer?
No, who wasn't an Oppenheimer? Or who did I like in Oppenheimer?
Theo is in fact the music producer.
Okay, yeah, he's ugly, and I remember not liking him.
I can't believe he's in Oppenheimer. He's in an.
That's what?
He's in an episode of Sunny with a Chance.
Shut the. What? Shut up. What episode?
He played Trey
Season 1 or
Brothers
season 2?
in Sunny with a Song.
Sunny with a Song.
Sunny with a Song is the episode where she gets her
Has a
song
song.
stolen from a pop singer. It's season 2, episode 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm losing my mind. He's
That's crazy.
what a career.
No, literally, what a career. I'm also just going to start screen recording from this FaceTime because my card ran out of room.
Use your phone. I just sneezed.
Now, my phone has no storage.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting there. But yeah, no, Bad Rest, I'm sorry. I know his career is apparently illustrious, but he was not good. He's also ugly. So I was like, Melissa, get away from him.
So
But she killed. She just kind of like moaned in bed, and she was pregnant, and she was on bed rest. But she killed.
this was, I was gonna say maybe it was filmed early or something, like, and it just never released. But they did in fact film in December of 2021. So
Okay. Yeah. So it released.
it released
At a
6
normal
months
time.
after they started filming,
Yeah.
or 12
okay.
months. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she is
Sure.
in bed rest. She also produced it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean,
she's just getting started. That was the beginning of her career.
You know what? Let's give her the credit.
We're gonna
Let's give her
credit
the
where
credit.
credit is due.
Absolutely.
After Abigail in 2024, her most
This
recent
is where we're gonna
project
get
is what we're
cooking.
here to talk about 33 minutes into this podcast.
And thank God.
It is, in fact, Your Monster.
My monster.
My monster.
Our monster. The world's monster.
Your Monster is an anti-rom-com.
So true.
And it just came out pretty recently, a week ago?
A week ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw it
We did.
6 days ago.
We did.
on your birthday.
Yes,
Separately.
I literally saw it on my birthday. And it is, we're going to do this brief. It is about a woman who finds out that she has cancer and at the same time ends a very long relationship that she had. Well, she doesn't end it. Gets broken up
He
with,
ends it.
by
Yeah, he leaves her because it's too much.
by a man
for
that she
him.
was in a rather long relationship with.
Yes.
And he had written a role for her in a musical that he
That was transferring to Broadway.
eventually removes her from. And so she sort of meets a monster.
Who's been living in that brownstone that she shared with her mother
for
her whole life. He's been there.
And he essentially helps her to gain the confidence to
stand up for herself
and get what she deserves, basically.
Amen. Women's rights and women's wrongs.
And I feel like that's really all I can say. I feel like that description doesn't do the movie justice for what it really is, though.
It is also a musical.
It's a kind of.
It's a musical.
But all of the music is...
In context?
Yeah.
You can still be a musical.
I'd
say it's a musical.
Just because they sing in it doesn't make it a musical. And
That's
there's
true,
also
but
only 3 songs.
That's true, but it's still like musical. Like I'd feel like it's a musical.
I'm gonna go out and say it's not a musical.
I'm gonna say because it's also
there's
like
also not a soundtrack.
There should be, but there's like they're putting on a musical in it.
Sure.
She's a little musical theater
Absolutely.
girly.
That doesn't
I feel like
make it a musical.
And it kind of like draws on musical tropes.
Of course. Okay. Well, music.
There's like magical realism. There's like the suspension of disbelief that happens in music. I feel like it's musically.
Every movie is a suspension of disbelief, but
But this I feel like heavily.
There is a musical in the movie. It's surrounded about a musical, and there are 2 songs that they sing that are part of the musical because we are watching them perform those songs.
And even like the romance in it, I feel like they're taking from like old Hollywood musicals and stuff.
I think they're taking from like old Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah. So like a Singing in the Rain, like that kind of vibe.
Okay, but that doesn't make it a musical.
I feel like it's a musical.
Watch the movie and then comment below how I'm right.
Let us know. No, don't say that.
Because it's not a musical.
Team Annabel.
But that's okay. They perform a musical, and we get to hear 2 of the songs in the musical, which are super fun, super great.
Yeah.
And Melissa studied musical theater, so
she knows it well. You go.
No, I was just gonna say that Your Monster feels like the type of movie everyone is always complaining, we're only getting remakes, we're only getting these big blockbuster movies.
Everything's derivative,
and then
commercial,
something like Your Monster comes out.
None of that.
I haven't heard other people. Every person that I have talked to about this movie has been, I haven't heard of it.
That's the thing. It's small. It's not like massively known. It also isn't made to be massively known. It's not like to feed the masses, because I think there are so many people who wouldn't like this movie.
But I also think that this is a perfect example of being like
a passion project.
No, like go out there. There are original movies being made that are fun and super exciting. This is one of them.
Like, it is a passion project. Yeah, like they made it because they wanted to make that movie, and it's original and it takes risks, and it got made.
I guess I'm just talking about not so much the person making it. I'm talking about the people watching it. Like, go out and watch a movie. There are original movies being made.
That's the. Yeah. I mean, if you're only gonna go out and watch a Marvel movie and then complain that everything's a blockbuster, then maybe look harder because they're out there.
Yes, and this is a prime example of that.
For sure.
It is so original.
It's so original. And I'm obsessed with it.
Despite, like, obviously, as you said, taking from so much. Like, it's very heavily inspired by a ton of things, and it's so obvious. And I do...
But they're, like, taking those tropes and twisting
That's what I was going to say. I love... That's why it's an anti-rom-com. They are pulling on all of those rom-com tropes that they're taking, and they're...
subverting.
You have no idea what's going to happen, basically.
You have no idea what's going to happen.
It's so
The
much
ending
fun.
is crazy. And also where it ends is crazy.
Could not. The ending was amazing. And
I loved it. I saw some people on Letterboxd be like, it shouldn't have ended there, or like, I want to know more. And I'm like, nope, it was perfect. It ended where it needs to end.
Like, people who were like, I didn't like the ending of Promising Young Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the same
It's
people.
also giving people who need to be spoon-fed. I'm like, then this movie's not for you. Go and watch a Marvel movie.
What movie did I just see in theaters? Oh my gosh, never mind. Stir number 2.
Do not tell me.
I was about to spoil the ending.
Do not. It's okay. I've got it up. I'm going to watch it. No, I watched the first solid 50 minutes of juror number 2 and then had to pop to a rehearsal so Ben got to see the end, and I'm still waiting.
I did almost spoil it. I will not do that.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
But
crazy movie.
When you finish it, circle back to this conversation so I can tell you what I was going to say.
Please do.
But yeah, I think that this movie is
so good.
Perfect.
I'm obsessed with it.
Also,
it's incredible.
Megan Faye's in it.
Yeah, she is.
And
I love her.
I had no idea she was in it at all.
Neither did I. When I saw her name in the opening credits, I said, what?
I know. I was literally like, oh.
Yeah.
Good for She's had quite a year too.
She has. She's had quite a couple of years. She's been killing.
Yeah, I guess White Lotus
since White Lotus
last
season
year.
2. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's just been powering through.
She has been absolutely slaughtering. She's got quite a lot. But we're not here to talk about that loser.
Ben, get off the pod. Don't you dare.
This is an anti-Megan Faye podcast.
No, it's not. Not my
true.
podcast.
I love Megan Faye.
I love Megan Faye here.
But yeah, everybody.
But it's not her episode.
Go see.
Maybe we'll circle back to her.
This is like, I feel like in a few years, what people are going to be talking about from Melissa Barrera. If she gets like to be sort of like top of the thing, I think that this is going to be that movie that people are going to be like, oh, you love Melissa Barrera now. Look at this movie she did in 2024. It's so good.
I feel like people are going to discover it. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, like when I was in there, I was the only person in my cinema. Like people are not talking about it right now, and they need to be.
I was also the only person in my cinema.
That's crazy. What's going on?
I did go at 4:20.
I did go at 3 p.m.
So people might be busy, but
people might be busy at 3 p.m. and 4:20 on a Wednesday. Like, where are all the people? The 7 p.m. sessions.
I was gonna say, I do know. I did look at my 7 p.m. session, and there was quite a few seats booked. So there were people going to see it at 7 p.m. Nobody at 4. But
crazy.
Yeah, I feel like you're right. This is gonna be one of those cult following years to come.
100%.
Melissa Barrera.
Well, yeah, there's so much in it that's like asking for a cult following.
Oh, for sure. This is gonna have like weird legacy merch being released or something like.
Oh, 100%. And we're gonna eat it up, I fear.
Oh, for sure.
We'll be purchasing it all.
And Melissa's incredible in it.
She's so good.
This is like such a I feel like good role to give every
show what she can do.
The range is
absolutely
incredible as a character in her character.
Well, the progression she gets to go through as a character, crazy.
Yeah.
So gives her the scope to do that, but then also she gets to sing, like crazy.
This is like somebody wrote this and said, Melissa, show us
we know
what you
can
do.
do.
Yeah.
And we're gonna show the world.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I loved that we got to do that and see that.
Me too.
I am wholeheartedly going to say that this is the best thing I've ever seen her in.
Oh, 100% me too.
Like performance-wise, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I mean,
it gave her the scope to do it.
Carmen. I loved her in Carmen.
Loved her in Carmen.
This is so much better.
This takes the cake, just because like she got to do so much.
Yeah. We got to see so many sides of her, and
yeah, we did.
It's
also just as a movie, it's so good.
Yeah, and as a whole, that helps too. But I mean, Carmen was good as a movie.
Carmen was good as a movie. I can't remember what I gave it on Letterboxd. This, like halfway through, I was like 5, and it stayed there. I was like, I'm obsessed with this.
Was watching it, and I was like, I'm gonna give it a 5, and then the ending happened, and I was like, I want to give it a 6.
That's a 6 out of 5 stars.
Give it a 6 out of 5.
It was at the end that I like wrote my favorite movies of the year list, which currently has nothing else on it, and only that.
Yeah, it is on my list. I have more than that, but
I now have more than that. I checked Letterboxd and said
long legs.
Yeah, it's gonna be long legs, your monster, long legs, long legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
As many times as you've seen it in theaters.
As I've seen it, it's on the list.
But yeah, this is definitely my favorite of Melissa's works.
Me too.
She has one upcoming movie for this year.
Oh, busy bee. Okay, Abigail, your monster and.
I know. So this is supposed to, I'm not sure actually when it's going to be released. Because I don't think it has a specific release date.
Okay, but it's coming. She's got
coming.
2 months.
It is called The Collaboration.
Okay.
It's filmed. It's done.
Love.
And it is about this is what it says.
Okay.
A look into the unique and rich friendship between two of the world's most interesting artists, Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Uh-huh.
That's what it's about.
Cool. Who's she playing?
She plays Maya.
Oh, say no more.
Paul Bettany plays Andy Warhol.
Okay, Paul. Okay.
Yep. And
That
Daniel
man kind of
Bruhl's
pops up
in it.
everywhere for me. Who is?
Daniel Bruhl.
Who's that?
I think of him from Marvel.
Who's he in Marvel?
He plays Red One, as well as the guy in Captain America 2, I believe.
Oh, well, I'm out.
Maybe
I fear.
3. But he's in
You've
a
lost
lot.
me.
He was in Burnt with Bradley Cooper. Mm-hmm. And I remember him in The Zookeeper's Wife with Jessica Chastain.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I might have missed
But he's in quite a lot.
Okay.
But
I've been sleeping on Mr. Brawl.
yeah, clearly.
Yeah. I need to get in The Zookeeper's Wife.
But she does have 2 other upcoming projects that have not filmed yet.
Okay.
And one is
what are
called
they?
The One. And it's got
Ooh.
Nicholas Hoult in it.
Shut up.
Yep. And it also has Lana Condor.
Oh, okay.
And Annabelle, we're going to eat it up.
What's it about?
Taylor, played by Melissa Barrera, makes a last-ditch effort to find love by becoming a contestant on a reality dating show. But
Oh, shut up.
she begins to feel the artifice of the show fade, and the game becomes terrifyingly real. Rivalry turns into treachery.
Okay.
Does that not sound so good?
We're going to eat it up. With that cast?
That
Are you
sounds
crazy?
So good.
That sounds incredible.
I know.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited for
I'm
that.
so excited. I want on that set.
No, right? They haven't filmed it yet, so
No, let's get in.
get in.
Hey.
But other than that, that's basically all she's got going on for her right now.
And that's enough.
And also, I did want a little fun fact about
Oh, yeah,
Melissa
you told me
Barrera.
not to Google a thing.
There's not much on this woman. She's kind of a private little woman.
She is. What does she get up to? That
I don't
sneaky little
know
minx?
if this means as much to you as it does to me.
Okay.
But
Is it because I'm not American?
what?
Is it because I'm not American?
Maybe. So
we'll
she
see.
was named after Melissa Gilbert.
From Roseanne?
Is she in Roseanne? It's possible.
That's Sarah Gilbert.
Melissa Gilbert is most famous for Little House on the Prairie.
Okay. Oh, then this will mean a lot to Donna.
Yeah, she played Laura Ingalls.
Is she Laura Ingalls?
But
Yeah.
that's who she's named after.
Love. Oh, that's cute.
That is cute. And I
Donna,
love Little House on the
Dad,
Prairie.
eat that up.
And then the only other fun fact about Melissa Barrera, I'd argue it's not that fun.
Okay. Rude.
She's a huge fan of Britney Spears and Celine
Oh, that's
Dion.
so fun. So fun. You know, I've got 2 Broadway shows that I could recommend to her.
She should be in them.
Oh my God, she could play Celine Dion in Titanic.
We were just talking about how we want Melissa Barrera on Broadway.
Broadway. Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Melissa, I've got 2 roles for you. You can be an Anne Juliet, or you can be Celine Dion in Titanic.
I'm
off
so
Broadway.
sorry. I do not want Melissa Barrera to be in the same show as Charlie D'Amelio.
That would be actually crazy.
I don't want it.
Can you imagine going on that night?
I would be sad, but happy.
It's fine. Charlie D'Amelio's in the ensemble.
I know, and she's a dancer, so it's okay.
And she
but
can dance.
I don't want their paths crossing.
To cross? Why? Do you think that they'll hit it off and be too powerful?
No, I think that they'll hit it off and she'll drag Melissa down.
She won't. Let Melissa dance.
What's Melissa going to be on their reality show next?
Yeah. Why not? Melissa loves a reality show.
I don't want her. I want her
I'm
to be
soon
in
to see the
Titanic.
Academy. Titanic? Yeah. Lindsay Pierce was on there, so there's a good history.
Let's get Melissa Barrera. This is
In Titanic.
Sign the petition below.
Absolutely. Get her off Broadway. Get her to Astor Place. She needs to be there. They're calling.
It's her first step.
It's her first
We
step.
need it.
And then, you know what? I think she has what it takes to transfer the production to Broadway.
I agree. And we don't have any stage credits for her.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So-
Then give her a $1,700 a week contract. Let's do it.
Also, she won at the Sun Valley Film Festival for Best Actress in Your Monster.
Shut up. Good.
She also won
Good.
at Sundance London the Audience Award for Your Monster.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that. Do you think there's going to be like Oscar buzz?
I would absolutely love that. I
Me
fear
too.
that this movie might not be one to get that.
I agree. And I hate
disappointing.
that.
Yeah.
It's disappointing because it should. But I would love it.
But once we infiltrate the Academy, we will change things. Don't worry.
We will change things. Let us in. Knock, knock.
Oh my God, we should do our own awards.
Wait, that would be... Wait, end of the year?
Yeah, like an end of the year awards.
Wait, we should do that.
We should. I'm going to write that down.
Add it to the
too.
notes. Notes are going crazy.
Sick. See
We've
you
got
next
merch.
Tuesday awards ceremony.
Yeah, be the change you
stream
want to see in the world. Wait, Ben, that's so fun. We've been wanting to do a live stream episode.
Know.
We dress up.
Oh, yeah, and we can do it together.
I feel like we have to be in person.
I know.
A live stream would be crazy separately.
I don't think we can do it, yeah.
I don't think we have the technology. I don't have the Wi-Fi for that.
Oh my
I'm going to
gosh,
come to you.
We have great ideas.
We're so smart. And this is why we should be in the Academy. And this is going to be our audition. Like
So
how people do
true.
SNL tapes. This is our Academy tape.
We're going to be the next duo host for the Academy Awards.
Okay, you're so right because no one wants the gig.
We'll do it.
We'll take it. We're here.
The two hosts of 6 See You Next Tuesday.
We'll be the hosts of the 2025 Oscars.
But no, we totally should do that. That's fun.
We totally should host the Oscars and we totally should do an award show.
Yes. I have nothing left to say about the love of my life, Melissa Barrera.
Melissa, if you're watching this, you got 2 eager beavers right here. I know you're married, but we're also here. We're fullbacks.
And Melissa, I did this for you.
Wait, show me. Oh.
All for you.
We've been sending photos of you to each other for the past 3 days.
And that's
You
going to
are
continue.
how we
I
feel
think.
about everything, and we love you, you little mix.
Oh, we do. If you want to be on the pod,
Let us know.
We would absolutely love that.
We can get you in touch with our people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So?
Other than that, I think we can leave.
Other than that, I think you're feeling a little sick.
I literally
performatively.
am.
Yeah. And I'm feeling a little sick.
Next.
Cheers.
A day.
Bye.
Bye.